Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Here we are, just the two of us today.
Yeah, we are.
Have you been watching the news? It's been widely covered about the California wildfires.
Yeah, obviously it's been everywhere, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been trying to stay up to date with it, but it changes so much, and there's so many like rumors going around that you don't want to get involved in like a lot of the conspiracies or rumor theories that go around. So you want to try and get to find out what's going on. You know, first of all, anyone that's living in that area, number one, I hope you're safe and you haven't lost much. You know, but some of the devastation is just incredible.
Oh, it's absolutely mind-blowing, isn't it? The amount of destruction it's caused is absolutely...
That's just when it first broke out with Aidan and Gaynor on the other channel. And so I like looked at it, and it's always fascinating to me. I think it's probably one of the worst natural disasters I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised no more people were killed. I mean, it's bad enough
it's
anyway.
It's like 25.
Yes.
But I've been seeing like these like fire tornadoes and stuff breaking out as well, which is even more sort of like frightening. But it's just devastating. I mean, imagine just losing everything you've owned and you've built up over the years.
It's not just that. It's apart from all your property and everything like that. It's the surrounding areas. It's your neighbourhood. It's your neighbourhood. It's your community sort of thing. I mean, it's just completely gone, hasn't it? Absolutely incredible. I know I've seen quite a lot of like film actors and people that have been affected by it, and I get they're sort of like quite wealthy and can afford to replace whatever they've got, but I don't think sometimes you can't replace memories. I don't think a lot. I mean, a lot of the stuff they would have had to leave behind. There'd be a lot of memorabilia and a lot of memories in the homes that they've had to leave. You know, a lot of them have had them purpose built and things like that as well, and it's just been destroyed and gone. Should we just have a quick look at some of these some of the scenes for like before and after and what's happening there? Let's get into it. The scenes from the California wildfires. We've not touched on this channel here yet. We've not, no.
Because sort of like everyone else was doing at the time, and we thought we just sort of like, we didn't want to swamp it out type thing.
Exactly.
But
it's,
look at that. Look at
the wind there, though. It's absolutely incredible.
You can hear the wind there, and you can see it blowing. I mean, look at that. I don't know what time of the day or night that is, but just look at the state. I was going to say the way it's been. I mean, it even could be during the day. The amount of smoke and everything that's been around there. And you see them there taking some horses away, and people always forget about the animals that are there. They're not pets, and even like even wild animals. Of course. Bears and stuff like that in the forestry around them areas. Yeah, but a lot of animals sort of affected as well.
The canyon is literally on fire on both sides. I thought it was just the canyon across my house, but no, it's literally on both sides.
Look at that.
And as soon as I opened my door, it was like right there. And then the first thing I did was looked at the trees to see where the wind was blowing, because it hit me, it blew me back.
We're trying to save our pets, and
we can't get into
our house.
I was getting more and more frantic as, you know, the lights were getting darker and the sky was getting more red.
I don't even know what's happened to our neighborhood.
Look at that. Holy shit.
It's like a war zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is my childhood home that I was born in and lived in until I started college. And then in college, I moved in with my grandmother and lived in that house for quite a few years. It's like watching your childhood burn down. My father is an immigrant who came here with $1 in his pocket. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom for years. She's very sad. Everything is burned. They got out only with their cats and photo albums. That's great-grandma. That's my grandma. It was idyllic. It was so safe. My parents never locked their doors. We would skateboard barefoot and we could walk down to the beach. I spent years walking up to that little town and the community theater, and I had friends that performed there, and I studied at that Starbucks there for years, and it was a wonderful childhood. I think that's the saddest thing, because that's irreplaceable.
This is what's left. Everything is decimated. I'm standing here in front of my home, or what was my home. It burned down to the ground a few days ago in the Palisades fires. There's not much that I found here. All I have is like this bag, a lemon, some metallic sprinkler heads just to make my 89-year-old mother feel better, that I salvaged them. But I did it because it would give her hope. It would give her hope to rebuild, and it's giving me hope to rebuild. And you see, this is a lemon that I salvaged from my lemon tree. I'm gonna make lemonade out of this. I'm going to rebuild.
It's just destroyed. It's a disaster. It's Armageddon.
We're running on adrenaline. We're just really hoping that this turns around, but this is the scariest so far.
I spent all night out here sitting, constantly checking to watch this fire come down the hill and approach this area. It was just creeping down here all night. They were waiting for it. I think the biggest concern is that getting into any fresh fuel that hasn't burned could create a new problem again.
I've put water on fires before, but when they're coming up a canyon with wind ripping up the canyon and blowing hot embers and fire and flames and like now hot steam and all that stuff, I mean, it's intense. More than anything, it's just a drive to kind of get us cleaned up, get us underway in a process of putting things back together.
We don't want to leave or be away from here. We just want to be up here and help wherever we can. We want to be a part of building it back.
I grew up here, and knowing that my dad grew up here, and knowing that my grandparents, I mean, this is where my roots are. So just
you protect that.
Yeah,
you know, roots.
Yeah, I just want to just protect my home.
We're going to start something we've never done before. And so one day at a time, it's gonna reveal itself, like what is our next indicated action, like what is that?
Our electricity went out at 6:30 in the evening, so we had no light. We had only candles, and the wind was crazy. It was the most wicked wind we've ever had. You'll have to actually see it to process it. We were hoping that the house would still be there the next day, but it wasn't. It's shocking. Shocking. We left at 3 a.m. with whatever we could fit in the car, and my mother and her hospital bed.
The winds were ferocious. If you could open your eyes from all the dust flying around, you would see the mountains on fire, and the fire was climbing up the mountain and also going down the mountain.
This looks like a damn war zone. I grew up in Nazi Germany, and that is what Germany looked like after the war and during the war. The difference is they bombed from the skies. This is the most devastating thing I've ever experienced in LA. Lived here since 1960.
Wow, look at a stay at that. Wow. Fucking hell.
I don't know how we're gonna come back from this. I don't even know where to start.
A lot of stuff that I love is gone, and these are the only things I have. This, oh no, and this.
We lost 4 homes. We lost 4 apartment buildings, and this got smoke damaged completely. We lived in one block, and now my family was separated. I run down, I want to grab a hose. My son Rock goes, Mom, get in the car, grab Grandma and Grandpa. The backyard is on fire. Get the hell out. A fire truck drove by. We ran to, we said, please, can you please help us put this fire out? You know what they said to us? I'm sorry, we have no water.
This is all you have?
That's all I have. I have nothing. My crying hours from 6 to 8 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, I gotta get up, get to work. I'm gonna rebuild my business, my son's business, my brother's law firm, my sister's business. We're gonna rebuild our homes. We're gonna rebuild our community.
Wow. That's just devastating, isn't it?
Absolutely incredible.
I couldn't even imagine. You know, it's I've seen photographs from like above, and I don't think you quite understand the impact what it's done.
It's been huge, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
It's not just buildings. Like I say, it's communities, isn't it? It's like other whole local areas, what people used to do, where they used to go, where they used to work, and talking about rebuilding. It's going to be a huge rebuild, but do you think some people are going to say, well, it could happen again? Because I think one of the things that's been mooted, as you might expect, is like climate change as to why the winds are so strong and coming. I think they came from a slightly different direction.
I think they came inland to the sea, didn't they, this time?
That's right, rather than the other direction, I think. And people must be thinking, well, we'll rebuild, but I mean, would it happen again? How could you stop something like that happening again?
Well, you can't. It's like if you're
almost impossible.
It's like same as if you're doing like Tornado Alley, or where the areas where the hurricanes hit. You rebuild and you crack on with it, hoping that it's never going to happen again.
You'd have to hope it's like a once in a century sort of happening
generation. But I mean, this is just devastating the way you look at it, and the volume of like homes, and the value of the homes as well. These ain't like these ain't shitty little houses. These are big mansions. Some of them.
Yeah, it's a pretty affluent
area, isn't it?
Big
you know,
time,
big
big time,
mansions, you know, swimming pools and all that. So
I know that's got nothing to do with anything, you know, as far as, you know, no matter what class you are, you shouldn't be able to deal with this anyway.
People that are in like an apartment would be as devastated as these people would be.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you, you know, it's a huge thing for anyone losing their home, isn't it? No
I mean, there's loads of stories going around about, you know, lack of water in the area and things like that, lack of pressure.
Like they were.
I think it was a case of everyone turning the water on at the same time, and just
like they weren't
pressure.
prepared for it, and
I mean, who can prepare for something that's devastating anyway? At the end of the day, you know, but
it's probably never been because of the wind direction, etc. It's probably never been factored in. But I mean, you think of risk
very dry as well.
Sort of like come up with something like that, but they know it's going to be dry, don't they? It's California, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think lack of rainfall for I think something like 8 or 9 months.
Quite a long time.
And it's not helped. But I think it's a combo of everything that's made come together.
Oh yeah, it's just
one big.
It's like a perfect storm, unfortunately, isn't it? Where a lot of things that have been just a little bit different have come together, and it's had a huge impact.
It's just a massive devastation.
Oh,
for
it's
the area
absolutely incredible.
But yeah, if you're living in that area, I hope you're safe, and I hope it's not caused you too much devastation. But I can't see how it wouldn't affect anybody in that area. If you're in that area, you're affected. Simple. But
I think they'll all come together, and you know, with it being the States, I think they'll get together. And I think a lot of them will want to rebuild, and absolutely good luck with that.
If anyone can do it, it's the USA. I was reading a thing today about prisoners that are in the fire, that are incarcerated, but the firemen, don't know if they've trained inside prison or they were firefighters prior to going to prison.
Yeah,
but they've been helping out as well.
Oh, really?
But there was an uproar saying they're only getting paid $2 an hour, and I was thinking, but the prisoners, but at the same time they're being allowed to integrate with the public again. Doing something that's being positive, putting back into the community.
Yeah, I think you should focus on that side of it rather than getting paid $2 an hour. And just sort of focus on
I agree.
Doing a bit of good, get the job done. Then you can visit something like that later on.
That's
maybe.
Something where you look across the prison world in general, and you think if everyone had something they can go out and help the public with. Outside of being
something
in prison,
positive,
especially if they're not dangerous. Obviously, if you're in there for murdering 38 people, then you clearly not. You can sit this one out.
But other ones are sort of like should be up for rehabilitation and getting back into the community and things like that. And certain prisoners obviously will be capable of doing that. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, but it's pure devastation.
Terrible.
Yeah,
but we'll keep an eye on these stories in the coming months and stuff. Absolutely. Anyway, see how it develops and see what happens. And
there you go. Anyway. Like I say, stay safe if you're in that area. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.